Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's Xzavier and Antonio. We are here for another episode of the In Conversation podcast, and I am sitting here with like this. I just feel like this is like the woman of women. You know what I'm saying? The woman of women. Like Miss Chelle Wilkins is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, it's my pleasure to have you. You know what I'm saying? I really just love just anytime that you're anywhere at the same time that I'm
Gratitude.
there. I think you used to actually work with Cordier House, actually. You used to do some administrative stuff.
I did.
In one of our field houses back in the day.
I did.
And I remember you were working at the hospital out there. Was it Freighter?
No, it's Children's Hospital.
Children's Hospital.
Yep.
Well, they connected, ain't they?
You know what? People think they are, but they not.
So you've always kind of like been involved somewhat in the medical realm and also administrative realm.
Oh, yeah.
And now here you are. You know what I mean? One of the many things you do is you're a doula.
Yes.
In fact, you had to be with one of your clients this morning at 3 o'clock in the morning.
3 o'clock this morning. It's always an experience. I love being in those type of realms. Help bringing babies into the world. Like, you can't beat it.
Opposite of me. Like, I feel like you really have to be bold. You know what I'm saying?
I say when passion meets purpose.
Yeah. I was there for my son being born, and for my daughter being born. And like, I've never watched videos of this happening. You know what I mean? And I really didn't know anything like when my son was born. And I remember he was coming out and the nurse said, "Do you want to cut the umbilical cord?"
Yeah.
Now, I'm like, no.
What?
Like, so for some reason, I guess most men know that's what you do. I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? In my mind, I'm like, I don't want to hurt him or her. Yeah, especially him.
You was gonna be guided, but the thing is, that's such a myth at the same time, because there's so much dads can do. Yeah, you know, but I mean, cut the cord is very huge. Yeah, but there's so much things that dads can do in that birthing space too. Yeah,
my son's mom always holds it against me, like, you ain't even cut the umbilical cord. It was like, I didn't know that it wasn't gonna like hurt him. I didn't know nothing, and I was like, and the nurses should have done this enough to know like what my concern was, and that was an opportunity to reassure me, like, oh no, the baby's going to be fine.
So that was a perfect example on why you guys should have had a doula to provide that education and that support and just that extra advocacy, so that you would have had that empowerment behind that.
Yeah, and then I'm pretty sure we also would have knew. When it comes to the umbilical cord, would have knew something I found out with my daughter. You know what I mean? Because my daughter's mom, she don't play none of that. She's really into natural medicine. She's into just knowing our bodies, knowing us as a people, like the right things to do, and how we've kind of got into the habit of letting other societies and other people practice the way that they want to practice. Oh, yeah. So she was like, yeah, we're not cutting nothing off until all of it's pumped.
Stop pulsating.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
It's called delayed cord clamping. Shout out to her.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So I ain't know nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and my daughter, she's only 6 months now, and she's just amazing. Like, even at 4 months, the doctor was just like, she's doing things that 6 months.
Thriving.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
thriving.
Like, yeah. So shout out to the doulas and to all the mothers who know this kind of stuff. So,
or shout out to the moms who's taking that extra step to know that there's a difference and there's room for them to make their own decisions. Absolutely.
And shout out to the fathers who also know better, and the ones who don't know better but let the woman lead. You know what I'm saying?
It's always room to learn.
Yeah. So I'm grateful for that. So what made you get into being a doula? Like, how did you arrive to this?
I started a spiritual journey, and along that journey, I found that my birth experience played a huge part in my healing process. So with that, I started to research, and I got into that business. I've helped many women give birth, and each time, like, I heal a little bit more. And I also help them heal. And we create this sisterhood that's just undeniable. So that's where I'm navigating from now.
Oh, that's what's up, man. Get to just be a part of so much life, and not just life, but new life, and at the same time experiencing more healing
Oh yeah.
For yourself.
It's an ever changing experience. No birth is the same. So each time we go through it, or each time I'm with a client, there's a different type of there's a different healing that comes from every experience.
Right.
So
I mean, and it's just major in that, like, for a woman or for parents, period, bring a new life into the world, to have somebody that they can trust.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying, in the room. Like, a lot of times we in those rooms, or whatever the process may be, we don't always know. You know what I'm saying? And we could do YouTube and Google and find out stuff to try to have a better experience. You know, I think most women be just looking for a way not to have so much pain. You know what I'm saying? But there's so much that you can learn from that. But to have somebody who, this is what you do, this is what you study, it's what you're certified in, and not just that, it's something that you actually care about so much. What you kind of talked about is there's a healing that happens for you, being a part of that process. And so I got a feeling that there's some stories that we are going to learn on this awesome and new podcast that is getting ready to come out, hosted by yours truly, Chelle Wilkins. So you and quite a few other ladies, I mean, different guests over time, are just going to come in.
Correct.
You're going to talk about just not just their experience with birthing,
correct,
but just really the whole motherhood piece.
Yes.
Some people are struggling and dealing with losing children. Some people, whatever their situation was, didn't feel that it was the right time to have a kid, and they made a pro-choice decision.
Correct.
And multiple options for that, but they made the decision that was best for them. And so this is going to be a platform where ladies are going to come together and talk about their experiences.
Oh yeah.
And you're going to be there to help guide those conversations about navigating motherhood. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so it's birth listening, birth story listening, let's be more specific. And this applies to all women. So it's going to be a platform for their voice. Women navigate many different aspects of life that we tend to like carry in our own bags. We don't really include nobody in there. We afraid of judgment, afraid to be ourselves. And so this podcast allows you to just take that cape off and be you and really tell that story, because you don't really know who else going through that same thing. So it'll be navigating motherhood, but in the sense that you don't have to have a kid. You could be an auntie and have that mother instinct. And if that's the aspect, or that's the personal experience you want to connect from, that's where you can talk from. So it's gonna be a platform so we can hear some Black voices.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love that. And I know oftentimes when we talk about platforms that we're creating, there's always the aspect of what the storytelling can do for listeners. And because somebody else been through it, or been through something similar, or maybe been through something that's not the same as what you went through, but it does something for them to be able to hear those stories. For me, I think that another super valuable piece that's going to happen with your podcast is just, I think that you're going to have women on the show and women listening who never even thought about telling their story. Right. Like, I could talk about this. I reflect on this moment all the time in my head, this, that, and the other. And there's a platform
for me to let it out.
And even if nobody hears it, there's other women other people I can get with and talk about this with. I think it's going to do so much for our community.
Thank you.
No, thank
and for
you.
men too. You know, you can hear these different aspects. You don't know how to navigate a woman who has been told she can't get pregnant. Men just want to support as much as possible. Listen to the podcast, hear those voices, know that this is something that she's battling internal, and the best thing for you to do is to listen to this story.
Absolutely. And we as men, we don't always know what to do. And even sometimes when we've been told what to do, we don't always listen, because it's not just about knowing what our options are, it's also knowing about what our capacity is. So when we talk about healing the community, and for men, who I encourage all the time, we need to go through our own healing processes as well. So with that, we may get some answers from your podcast, but I think we're going to get the start. Okay, the start of healing is going to be being informed. Like, even if I still don't know what to do.
Right.
I'm more informed about what's going on and what could possibly be going on. Yes. So as I learn to heal from whatever's going on in my life, like the more I know, the more I can do in any situation. So yeah, like definitely tune in. I'm, if they let men on the show.
It's a space for my moms, but we're very inclusive. So
yeah, we might have just had questions. You know what I'm saying?
Let's do it.
I'm not
let's
really here to teach. I'm just here to learn. So I got some questions I want to ask live on the show. You know what I mean? So I think it's definitely a way to approach that. And so I think that all of that's great, and I think that y'all should make sure that y'all just tune into this and the podcast if you're looking for someone who you could trust to go through the pregnancy with you. Because man, we don't always know. We don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? So find you a doula. You know what I'm saying? And
get you a doula.
And I know, and I'm gonna tell you something too. I know at least one good one.
There's a lot of women that are starting to just realize that this is an amazing gift, and we're giving back. So there's a shout out to all the Milwaukee doulas that have been practicing and helping change lives, because it's happening.
Yeah, and that's what's up. Shout out to all of them. But if I think that you should definitely reach out to Chelle. Reach out to Chelle. You know what I'm saying? So. But that's not it, ladies and gentlemen. You got a business now, and we say, and it's an actual business, not just like something coming. In fact, it's something that you've already been doing.
Correct.
Just working with women. Yoni Steams. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Yoni Health. I don't know if that's a term you use.
No, they got it.
But you're adding some stuff.
Yes.
To this, you're adding. You're about to graduate.
With my
license to be a massage.
Yeah.
So that's definitely going to help with I would say the mind.
Correct.
Right. And then the birthing, the doula thing, that's going to help with I want to say body, but it's Yoni.
It's Yoni.
The name of the business is Mind, Yoni, and Soul.
Correct.
And then the soul part is you're going to be able to get some spiritual guidance, get some direction. She does in divinations.
Yes.
Am I saying the word right?
Divinations, correct. Yeah.
It's divination?
Divination, yeah.
Why did I say in divination?
I mean, you creative.
I just like the word in partnership program, in MKE,
in conversation.
In conversation. So tell us a little bit more about this business. Let's talk about the massage part. What made you want to get into, or even just bring it all together?
So I have actually received a scholarship to go to massage therapy school. I am one of there are few Black recipients that actually got their scholarship, and they were really impressed with what I'm doing. They liked my Yoni and Soul and what it meant, and how it was going to help target the Black community as well as the Latina or Latinx community. So they gave me a full ride scholarship, but my purpose is definitely to take it up for my prenatal moms. They don't have really that many outlets to do like pain management or even just to feel human. I being pregnant, and I want to be able to allow them that space. And I think massage therapy is definitely one of those good ways to open that door.
Just tying it just all together, you know what I'm saying? I think
full circle moment.
Full service, actually, you know what I mean? So I think it's going to be dope. I'm definitely, I'm not a prenatal care patient or nothing, but I still want to come get them hands. You know what I'm saying? So ladies and gentlemen, y'all got to check this woman out. She's definitely on the move, and everything that she does, she puts really great care into, and really great thought into. This is not just another hustler off the block. You know what I mean? This is the person who really cares about the work that she's doing, and she cares about the people that are coming to her. And so, and y'all can get all of those services. You know what I mean? She can read your palm. You know what I'm saying? And all of that. You know what I mean? Help you have some direction and kind of help you discover where you're supposed to be going in life. You know what I mean? So that's what's up, man. Contact information. how should we get in contact with you right now?
Yes, so you guys can go to my website. It's going to be www.myyonisoul.com. You can find me on Facebook. That's My Yoni and Soul. Personal Facebook, if you guys want to see just some more personal hands-on experiences, that's Chelle Wilkins. And then I have a storefront that is opening soon on 92nd and Capitol. Address is 9211 West Capitol Drive.